My name is Ian, and I am the singing budgeter, and I'm so glad we have this time together. So welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I am a singer-actor here in Orlando, Florida, and I'm on a journey to becoming debt-free. So what this video today is going to be is a budgeting video of my very first paycheck for the month of August, and then we're going to be stuffing my cash envelopes as well. So let me zoom in a little bit closer, and let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. Now, as I said in a previous video, I primarily use numbers to do my budgeting. It just, helps keep me more organized. But I thought I'd change it up here. And so I printed off my budget, and I'm going to fill it out, and then I'll transfer those numbers back over to my computer. Sound good? All right, so let's talk about my full-time job. I work 40 hours a week, and so I pretty much know what my paycheck is going to be every single week. Now, I do have the opportunity to make some overtime here and there, but I never want to budget for that just because it's not consistent. So I'm paid every Thursday, and so when you normally think of a month, you think of the first of the month through the 30th or the 31st. But when it comes to budgeting with my paychecks, I use my paycheck to pay the upcoming week's expenses. And so my first paycheck is actually going to be covering August 3rd through 9th because August 1st and 2nd were covered by my final week's paycheck in July. So for my full-time job, I am expecting to get $922.31. And then other streams of income, I have some side hustles, one of them being that I sing with a church choir, and we are paid the following month. So this month's pay is actually going to be from what I did in July. And so I'm expecting to get $450 from church choir this month. And then, as I said in my previous video, I think I budget a little bit differently than some people. I still have my cash envelopes, but I use my credit card to make purchases. It's because I get 1%, 2%, or even 3% cash back, and then I'll reimburse myself using my cash envelopes. It's just an extra way to save a little bit of money, and as long as I'm paying off the credit card at the end of every month, I don't really see a problem doing it this way. So this month, my Bank of America cash back, I'm expecting $53.15. All right, so let's add up all of that. All right, so for the first week of August, I am expecting $1,425.46. All right. So let's move down into my debts and expenses. And so they're broken up into a couple different categories. One being my debts, the next one being bills, and then cash envelopes, and then my singing funds. Now, as you can see, I have nothing for debt this week because I only have two debts at the moment, one being my mortgage and second being my credit card. And my mortgage is usually taken out on the 1st of the month, and my credit card is usually taken out on the 17th of the month. So my mortgage is actually going to be covered by my final paycheck in July. So I don't need to budget for that for my very first paycheck in August. And then my credit card isn't due until a few weeks from now, so I'm not going to budget for that either. All right, so then let's move on into bills. So I have a couple of bills due the first week of August. I have my water bill, then I have 3 appliance service packages, and then I have my HOA, and then a couple of subscriptions to Paramount Plus and Wow Presents. And then I have my Apple Care Plus for my phone that's due, and then iCloud storage, because everyone needs iCloud storage. And finally, I have my internet that is due as well. All right, so my water bill is going to be a little high this month, as I said in my last video. It's It's going to be $160.39. Now, the reason why it's so high this month is that for some weird reason, they forgot to read my meters last month. And so I just received the minimum bill from my water company. And so now this month, they're kind of making up for that error. And so that's why my water bill is much higher than it usually is. So I kind of have a dispute right now with the water company, but I don't know if it's going to be resolved. So I'm going to definitely budget for $160.39. And that's going to be due on the 3rd of the month. All right. And then I have 3 appliance service packages, one for my microwave, one for my stove, and one for my dishwasher. And for those of you who don't know, I bought a house back in August of last year. So I'm just now at about a year living here, which is amazing. It's a brand new build, new construction. And so along with that came 3 new appliances with a microwave, a stove, and a dishwasher. So I decided to buy an extended warranty for all 3 of them. And so how it works through the manufacturer is I pay between $5 and $6 a month per appliance. And I pay that for as long as I want to have the extended warranty. There is no time limit on it. And so if anything should break, then I'll be able to get it repaired at a much cheaper cost. When it comes time to get a new microwave, stove, or dishwasher, I'll definitely look into another extended warranty, but I'm really happy with what I have currently. So for my microwave, I pay $5.34 a month, and that is due on the 4th. And then my stove is also $5.34 and due on the 4th. And then my dishwasher is a little bit more expensive. It's $6.41. Yeah. And so next is my HOA. And so I budget $8 a month for that. And that is due on the 5th of August. All right. And then moving on to my subscriptions, I have Paramount Plus and Wow Presents Plus. And so Paramount is $6.80 and Wow Presents is $5.37. And Paramount's due on the 6th, and Wow Presents is on the 8th. I'm finding that I keep gaining more and more subscriptions to TV apps. I have like Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Wow Presents Plus, and then I just feel like I accumulate more and more every month. And I almost feel like it's starting to become more expensive than cable, but I cut the cord probably 6 years ago now, and I've been really happy with it, but I'm having a hard time keeping my budget low when it comes to these subscriptions. I don't know about you. Leave a comment below how many subscriptions you have to different TV applications. I do kind of get around the system a little bit. My parents have a cable subscription, and so I tap into their cable subscription using their username and password. So that allows me to watch ABC, NBC, Fox, HGTV, all these different applications without having to pay anything. But then I still need to have my Paramount Plus and Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus and all those others. There's just so many of them, and they all have so many good shows. And so I'm falling victim to it, and I'll have to pare down at some point, but I'll have to make some difficult choices here soon about it. But I like them so much. All right, so now we're going to move on to Apple Care Plus, and that's very similar to my appliance service packages. Apple Care Plus will go on as long as I want to pay for it, which is new to Apple, at least since the last time I purchased a phone. So I pay $9.99 a month for Apple Care Plus. And so I'll continue to have that extended warranty on my phone until I get a new phone, whenever that is. That is going to be due on the 8th of the month as well. And then I have iCloud storage just like everyone else, which is $10.69 because I get one of the higher packages there, and that's due on the 8th. And then finally I have my internet, which is Still the introductory rate at $54.99, and that is due on the 9th. Now that is going to probably bump up here in the next month, and then I'll just need to call and renegotiate and hopefully get it back down to $54.99. And I definitely want to recommend to people, you have a lot of negotiating power when it comes to certain subscriptions, especially internet. So if you feel like you're paying too much, definitely give your service provider a call and negotiate with them. You can see a lot of savings by doing that. So when that bumps up, I definitely am going to call and get it right back down to $54.99. All right, so let's add up all of those bills. All right, so first we have 160.39. Oops, 160.39. All right, then we have 534, 534, 641, 8, 680, 537, 999, 1069, and 54.99. All right, so that comes to $273.32. Great. All right, so let's move on to my cash envelopes. And so I have 5 cash envelopes that I'll be stuffing for the week. 1 being food, 2 being eating out, then next being car, which covers my gas, my tolls, any kind of maintenance that I might have on the car for the week or the month. And then I have fun money, which I can spend on whatever I want. And then I have miscellaneous that doesn't really fall under any of the other categories, but sometimes come up. So I definitely have a miscellaneous category just in case. So for the first week of August, I'll be budgeting $100 for food, $100 for eating out. This month is a little different for my car because my car insurance is due this month, and I pay in 6-month increments. And so I'm going to be budgeting for that in this first week's paycheck. So it's going to be $650 that I'll be stuffing for my car. And then for fun money, I'll do $50. And then miscellaneous, I will also do $50. Now you might be saying to yourself, wow, that is a very large budget for food and eating out. So I live alone, and I try to be very health conscious when it comes to cooking and things like that. And so what I've decided to do is to have a certain amount of meals at home. But as we all know, with eating healthy and things, you start to get a little angry and have a little bit of resentment towards eating healthy because you don't get to go out and enjoy yourself. So what I've decided is that for 6 nights out of the week, I will be eating at home. And then for 1 night of the week, I will go out and eat. And then on my 2 days off that I have per week, for lunches, I will also go out to eat. And then for my work days, for the lunch period, I also will be bringing food from home. So it allows me to still eat health consciously, but not get to a point where I get angry that I'm eating healthy. Does that make sense? So right now I'm budgeting $100 per category, and I'm going to, work the numbers to see if that is kind of what I spend per week. But if that isn't exactly what I spend, I will adjust those numbers for future weeks. But for now, I'm going to start with 100 per category. All right, so let's add those up. All right, so we have $100. We have $100. $650, $50, and $50. And that comes to $950 that we're going to be cash stuffing here in a little bit. All right, and then let's move on to sinking funds. Now, as you can see, those are empty right now. So I'm going to wait until my second paycheck of the month to fund my sinking funds, just because, as I said in the previous video, I do a zero-based budget, meaning that every single dollar that I make is allocated to a specific task. And so anything that I have extra left over at the end of the month will be going towards my debt. And so the current thing that I'm paying off right now is my credit card. And so I don't have enough money in this week's paycheck to fund my sinking fund, so I'm going to wait until next week's paycheck to do that. All right, so then let's move down to investing. I have a couple of different things that I invest in. One, every paycheck, I have a certain percentage taken out for my 401k, and which is great because I don't even see that money, so it's out of sight, out of mind, and I'm investing, which is awesome. And then I also have a Roth IRA and a brokerage account. And then every week on Friday, I have $10 that is taken out of my bank account and put into my high yield savings account. My brokerage account is taken out the first of the month, and my Roth IRA is taken out on the 30th or 31st of the month. So as my budget starts August 3rd, not August 1st, my brokerage account is actually being funded by my July's final paycheck. So the only thing that I'm going to be doing this week for investing is my online savings account. So that is just going to be $10 that is due on the Friday. All right, and so we just have $10 here. Okay, so let's put in all the different numbers. So let's start with my income, which is going to be $1,425.46. All right, and then debt is going to be 0, as we talked about. I don't have anything due for my debt. All right, and then for my bills, that's going to be $273.32. And then my cash envelopes are going to be $950. And then I have nothing in my sinking funds for the week. And then investing is going to be $10. All right, so let's do the math here. Okay. All right, so I am left with $192.14. Now, how I do my budget weekly is that anything I have extra is going to be rolled over into next week's paycheck budget breakdown. And I don't put anything towards debt until the very final paycheck of the month, just in case anything were to come up that is unexpected. That way I have a little bit of a buffer just to play with, so I'm not pulling from savings or anything like that. So if everything goes according to plan, I will have $192.14 left. That'll roll over into next week's paycheck. All right, so that is my budget for the first week of August. Let's get into cash stuffing. This week, I will be stuffing $950 into my cash envelope. So let's count to make sure that I have the correct amount. So I have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 800, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, makes 950. All right. So the first envelope I'm going to stuff is my groceries, which I have budgeted $100 for the month. So I'll take that out of here. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay. And then I've also budgeted $100 for eating out. So I'll take that out of my 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Put those in here. Great. All right, and next comes car. And as I said, that is going to be for my gas, my tolls, maintenance on the car that could come up. But also this month I'm budgeting for my car insurance, which is due every 6 months, and I pay that in full for the 6 months. And so I am budgeting $650 for my car this month. So I have 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $650. And I am not going to fold that because it will not fit in that envelope. All right, put that in there. Okay. Next, we move on to miscellaneous, which is getting $50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And that covers anything that is going to be outside of these other 4 envelopes. Okay. And then last is fun money, which I get to spend on whatever I want. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, and $50 for my fun money. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you like what you saw, please subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun over here. And until next time, have a musical day.